This is Marcus Dwayne Hughes. File number is 24-01865. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Bart Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan, P number 83266.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dwayne Sullivan from the Office of Public Defender on behalf of Marcus Dwayne Hughes, who I see is appearing on screen from the Lincoln County Jail.
Okay, Mr. Hughes, can you hear me? Okay, today's the date and time that was scheduled for a probable cause conference. This matter is scheduled for a preliminary examination next week, July 12th at 8:30 in the morning on 2 counts of assault with intent to murder, a weapons, firearm discharge from vehicle, weapons, firearms, possession by prohibited person, and 4 counts of weapons, felony, firearm, and habitual offender fourth offense notice. Are we continuing to examine?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
And is there anything that we should address while I'm on the record today?
Not from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defendant, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you in person next week at 8:30, okay? Mr. Hughes? Thank you. You're all set.
I'll be all right.
Thank you. For the state of Michigan versus Samantha Decker, file number 24-01888, council appearance.
Your Honor, I'm not on. He's gonna plug in and talk to me.
Okay, wait a minute, there's some feedback.
Oh, that's Mr. I do have Mr. Moore.
When remove Decker. Okay, I mean, not Decker, Hughes. Okay, they put someone else in there where Hughes was, is that?
Yes, Mr. Moore.
Okay, you say you're not on who anymore?
Cornish reassigned Decker to Palmer. Palmer was gonna log in to talk to her. And I do have more.
Where's in custody?
Yes, he replaced Hughes.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Frank Moore, file number 24-01890, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Bart Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Frank Moore, who is appearing separately by video.
Okay, Mr. Moore, can you hear us? Today's the date and time set for a probable cause conference, 1 count of domestic violence, 3rd offense. Let's see. Preliminary examination is scheduled in person at the court on July 12th, 8:30 in the morning. There's also a habitual offender 3rd offense notice on top of the 3rd offense for DV. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, we'll be leaving it on for the preliminary exam. I have talked it over with attorney prosecutor Buxton. The offer currently is aggravated assault, aggravated domestic violence. So we'll consider that offer while we continue on the preliminary exam next week. I do have a bond request.
Mr. Palmer, I'm going to put you in a private meeting room with Ms. Decker. Okay, you can make your bond request.
Thank you, Your Honor. Currently, Mr. Moore is being held in the Lincoln County Jail on a bond that he can't post. He is homeless. He stays at a shelter. And the alleged victim also is homeless, but my understanding is that they don't stay in the shelter. She has a separate residence that she actually can stay at. So that's where it's my understanding where she stays. So he doesn't have any money to post the bond. I asked if he would be okay with, because this issue involves alcohol, both on his part and the alleged victim. And I wanted to know if he was okay with any like scram tethers or anything like that. And he thinks, like many people, that might actually motivate him to stay sober, Your Honor. So we asked the court to consider a personal recognizance bond. Thank you.
Okay.
Your Honor, due to the fact that Mr. Moore is homeless, the people have a concern that he is a potential flight risk and will not appear to court next week if he is let out on bond. Additionally, Your Honor, as you see, this is a domestic violence habitual third, because the defendant has numerous domestic violence charges in his past. He even has a larceny 200 to 1,000 from last year, Your Honor. The people are concerned that if he is let out and with the victim also being homeless, that the defendant poses a danger to himself and others in the society, Your Honor. So I believe the bond is set appropriately at this time.
Bond was only set at 3,010%, given the nature of the charges and how, or in its prior criminal history, which I don't have before me, but relying on what the prosecution states, I think it's more than appropriate. It's actually rather low. The court does believe that there is a threat to the public safety and a threat to him not returning back to court because he's homeless, and it's not really easy for us to track people down and make sure they're on scram tether or order them to test and do PBTs, which was ordered as part of his probation, because he may not even have the financial resources for that if he can't afford to pay $300 to get out of jail. So bond as set will continue. Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
Not for defense, thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Hughes. I'm sorry, Mr. Moore. His name on the screen was not changed. You're all set, Mr. Moore.
So I won't be on PR.
You're not getting a PR bond. That's absolutely not happening.
Okay.
Thank you. Who is in jail post? Why is there a? Too many jails at one time today? It's gotta be coming from the jail, because that's. Who's in jail post 1? Give me your name, ma'am.
Samantha.
Samira Conti. Samira Conti, okay, Mr. Mr. Ferguson, you have Mr. Haptolim?
I do, Your Honor.
He's not been logged in yet.
He's in custody, Your Honor.
Yeah, he's not been logged in yet, that's what I'm saying. It's okay.
Want to do next week? That's fine for both.
Well, Judge, we're leaving it on for an exam. I know he wants to run it. The question I had is he has another case pending that we were here in front of the court in May on a PCC that kind of turned out to August because of the court scheduling. I wanted to try to see if we can have both exams on the same date. Problem is, in August, when the date the other exam is set, Mr. Buxton's telling me that that witness is unavailable. The witness would be available if we were able to do both exams sometime together this month.
Pull that other file.
But my only concern is getting subpoenas out.
Yeah, we can always kick it a week through from this. I just want to make sure we get, I want to get it moving as quick as we
And
can.
Mr. Etheridge, we'll get that. I have to pull the other file.
Thanks, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Etheridge, are you ready on your matter
Your Honor,
with Conky, or do you need to speak to her?
I need to speak with her, Your Honor, to go over a plea offer. I've already talked to her in advance. I just got the plea offer this morning, though.
Let me, she's in post 1. Put you in a private meeting room. Are they putting someone in post 2, or is that just there? Put it over here. Okay, Mr. Blackman. Oh, I see your name there. You're here with David Solis. Sorry?
And Ms. McGinnis?
Okay, you're representing both.
Yes.
Who are you representing? Her.
Mr. Bell, I have a substitution for your
Oh, okay.
signature. May I approach?
Yes.
I'm gonna need new dates. I mean,
Is Mr. Bell here?
he's waiting for a phone call for me to tell him to jump on Zoom if we require him to be here.
He should jump on Zoom. Because he's gonna need to wait his 21 days.
All right.
All of these co-defendants, McGinnis, Solis, and Bell.
I think Bell's all by
No,
himself.
Bell's all by himself.
Okay, I was just making sure because the way they have the arrows. Okay, sounds good. No, she definitely has Bell in here. For a co-defendant, it's just McGinnis and Solis are co-defendants?
Correct.
That from you, man?
No, jump on Zoom. All right, bye.
Oh, that's the other half to on file. Thank you. Okay, what did I just do? This is L. Okay, Mr. Barber, you're all set with Decker. You're ready to go on the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Samantha Decker, file number 24-01888FY, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Bart Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Palmer of the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Ms. Samantha Decker, who appears today via Zoom.
Okay, with the date set for a probable cause conference, matter is scheduled for preliminary examination on July 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning in person at the court. Are we continuing to examine? I have 2 counts of police officer assault, 1 count of child abuse, 4th degree.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, we're going to continue to an exam. We've not received any sort of district court offer that would necessitate keeping it in district court anyway. If that changes and we're going to be waiving the exam, I will certainly contact the prosecutor prior to the prelim next week.
Very good. Any additional matters that we need to address today while we're on the record?
Not from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
Judge, very quickly, Ms. Decker has advised me, she just doesn't want to be in trouble. She's advised me that when she reported to pretrial services, she was ordered to perform random drug and alcohol testing twice weekly. She showed up at her facility for the testing, and the facility has advised her that they've not received any paperwork from pretrial to perform the testing yet. So I just wanted to make it clear that Ms. Decker has checked in and is trying to comply with her bond conditions. It just appears that the testing facility is not yet set up for that. I just wanted to make a record of that so that if that comes up again in the future, I already advised the court.
Okay, she is supposed to be doing random testing. So was she ordered to go do testing by pretrial services and then reported?
Yeah, and my understanding is that is that she did that, and that when she reported, the testing facility advised that they didn't have any paperwork or whatever from the court saying that she was supposed to be doing testing. So they didn't, it was the testing facility that did not have a record for Ms. Decker.
Okay, I'll note that here and have that addressed today.
Other than that, I have nothing further, Judge.
Okay, you're all set. We'll see you in person next week, Ms. Decker.
Thank you.
You need to make sure that you are adding contact to pretrial services about that. I put a note in the file. Let's see. On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Marcus Van Jones and Kristen McGinnis, 24 dash, I'm sorry, it's Solis, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Marcus Jones and David Solis. I have 24-00977 and 24-01882. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Bart Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
Your Honor, Fred Blackman on behalf of Ms. McGinnis as well as Mr. Solis are both standing. Ms. McGinnis is also coming up, both to my right.
Do you need me to bring your person out of the breakout room? Or you're still in the breakout room? Did you want me to bring your person out of there?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Today was the date, Mr. Jones, and then is it Ms.
Mr.
Jones?
Solis and
Mr.
Ms. McGinnis.
Solis and McGinnis.
Your Honor, just for
Got it.
clarification,
I
Marcus
called the
Van
wrong two
Jones.
files. Let me see here. The issue is that someone told me these 3 people were co-defendants, and that's not accurate. The co-defendants is file number ending 1883 and 882, correct?
The only co-defendants, Your Honor, are Kristen McGinnis and David Solis.
File number ending in 1882 and 883, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so did you file an appearance today, Mr. Barr?
Judge, I filed it last week. It's probably with your court.
Okay,
I
do
did do
see
appearance on the
substitution
shipping order.
in one file. I see substitutions in both files. I don't know why it's not showing up on our docket. Nonetheless, And there's not an issue of conflict, you're able to represent both.
Right now, Judge, I am. I mean, if there ever comes up, there ever becomes that issue, I talk to my clients about.
Okay, this matter is scheduled for probable cause conference today. Preliminary examination is scheduled for July 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And solace, I have count 1, weapons carrying concealed, count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, that being felonious assault, count 3, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. And then on McGinnis, I have count 1, weapons carrying concealed, count 2, police officer assault, resisting, obstructing. Are we continuing to exam?
Now, if I might, I just been, and I talked to my clients about this 21-day rule. They both would like to waive that.
If there was a substitution, I probably have to sign it. The issue. Okay. Okay, so both of you have the right to have a preliminary examination within 21 days of the date that you're arraigned. You were both arraigned on July 23rd. However, because you just recently retained Mr. Blackman to represent you, and he needs to get discovery and get brought up to speed to help formulate your defense, are you willing to waive the timeline so this matter can be reset?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. Anybody threatening you to do that?
No, Your Honor.
Looks like we have two options. It looks like there's an August 23rd at 9:30 or August 29th.
August 23rd, fine.
The matter will be set for August 23rd at 9:30 in person at the court, okay? Do you have any questions? No, Your Honor. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Not from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing, thank you.
You're all set. Val is also represented by evidence. And then Carter has Jones. You have Val.
Yes.
Oh, it says Everett, you substituted, that's why. Did I sign the substitution? I did. Yeah, okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kevin Bell, file number is 24-01729. Council affairs.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Burt Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
May it please the court, David B. Carter Jr. on behalf of Mr. Bell, who I believe is zooming in.
He is present, he just needs to start his his video. Okay, Mr. Bell, can you hear us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, today was the date and the time that was scheduled for a probable cause conference, 1 count of carrying a concealed weapon. We have a preliminary examination date of July 12th at 9 a.m. However, you were just, there was just a substitution of counsel, and you're now going to be represented by Mr. Carter, and you need a waiver of the timeline, correct?
I do, Your Honor. I did discuss this with my client. I discussed with him that he has a right to a preliminary exam within 21 days of his arraignment. I indicated to him that I would need more time. Plus, I had a conflict next Friday, and he has agreed to waive that right.
That's correct, Mr. Bell.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, our next available date is August 29th. Does that work for you, Mr. Carter?
It does. I heard that.
Okay, we'll do August 29th at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. We'll see you in person August 29th at 8:30, okay, Mr. Bell?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Enough from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing for the defense. Thank you.
You're all set, Mr. Bell. Let's see
Are
here.
you assigned to this court right now?
Just for today,
Do you mind if I-
on August 29th. No.
Are you guys switching?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I was wondering where Mr. Michelson went, but
No.
Probably at four.
what's your name, sir? In the jail? Shannon Bates. Okay, Mr.
For the felony today, she has at least 2 months on her file over this for.
Can you grab her, can you, do Kanoki's, in her misdemeanor file? I'm sorry, can you grab
You should have 2.
Tamara Kanoki's misdemeanor files?
Here's the case. That's up there.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shannon Bates, file number 24-01935, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Bart Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
And thank you, Your Honor, and good morning. Jared Austin appearing on behalf of Mr. Bates. He is present with us remotely from the Ingham County Jail.
Okay, today's the date and the time that was scheduled for a probable cause conference next week, July 12th, 9:30 a.m. We are scheduled for an in-person preliminary examination and one count of assault with a dangerous weapon, a police officer assault, a police officer fleeing and eluded, a domestic violence aggravated, and there is an habitual offender, fourth offense notice. Are we continuing to examine?
What I would request, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, see you in person next week. Okay, Mr. Bates?
Can I get with my lawyer? I heard you.
But I didn't ask, I asked, all I told you is we'll see you in person next week. You understand that?
What the time is?
And it's gonna be at 9:30. You'll be written over unless you're posting bond between now and then, okay?
Okay.
You get a notice to appear at your arraignment? Did you get a notice to appear when you were arraigned?
I'm one on the fifth and don't know what the other one was. I believe I did, yes.
That both dates should have been on the same notice to appear. There was one notice to appear with two dates on it.
Yeah, one on the fifth and then another date on it. Same one.
Sounds good. July 12th at 9:30 in person at the court. Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
I have nothing additional on behalf of Mr. Bates, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. Thank you. I'm not understanding what he's saying. I don't know if it's the jail or, I don't understand what you're saying, sir.
I said, yes, and you and my lawyer, and whoever else. See you next Friday.
He said, okay, and good day to you and my lawyer
Oh,
and
sounds
whoever
good.
else.
It's muffled of some sort. Okay, and then we're still waiting to get the other files for. I'm not sure. Okay.
Have a good day as well.
And then we did not see Mr. Jones, so I issued a bench warrant for his.
Judge, on Mr. Jones was reported for 48 hours, so I could try to reach him.
I will not, because this is not his first time failing to appear.
Thank you.
Thank you, same to you. Yeah, he failed to appear on May 23rd.
Thank you, Honor.
And then I need Miss Robinson for Miss Powell.
I have not seen her at all this morning.
I saw her sitting in the hallway earlier. I'll look for her while they follow.
Mr. Heptilum is present. The files first. How do you pronounce her last name again?
It's Cocky.
Cocky, okay, thank you. Today's, the date and time, well, actually, on the record, people of the state of Michigan, versus Mayor Conkey in 23-00834, but I also have 2300-465 and 2300-961. It was scheduled for preliminary examination today. I'm sorry, for probable cause conference today. Preliminary examination is July 12th at 9 a.m. Council, what were you seeking today?
Your Honor, the prosecutor and I have spoken regarding this case as well as the misdemeanors and numerous other cases that are issued in other courts or pending review and possible being issued. Ultimately, we've come to a plea agreement that we want to enter next week, where Mrs. Conkey would plead to 2 one-year misdemeanors, all other files and not issued files. Other files dismissed, not issued files or will not be issued. And she would have to pay restitution on all files, whether they're dismissed or not, with no sentencing agreement. Reason we want to plead next week is that the prosecutor, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, needs to review some of the paperwork, get all the paperwork together, and also check on restitution amounts.
And Your Honor, Burt Buxton on behalf of the people of Michigan, and that is correct.
So the expectation is she's going to enter some level of plea agreement tomorrow. Next week. That's a global resolution. And you want us to revoke her bond so that she is earning time?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, there's 2 reasons for the bond revocation request. She does have a pending probation violation where she has no bond out of 55th District Court, I believe. Your Honor, she has severe substance abuse issues. That's the second reason. She's scared if she gets out of jail, she would go back to using, and she's trying to get cleaned up. And she's hoping that once she pleads and meets with probation as part of the PSI interview, that they'll do an updated or do a substance abuse assessment. She would like to go to inpatient treatment if possible around the sentencing date or shortly thereafter. She's advised me that she's an addict and her 2 drug choices is crack cocaine and heroin that she struggled with.
We'll bond in these files, especially in the felony file. And so she will stay in custody pending this resolution. And then we'll see her in person next week, hopefully with a global resolution. Do you have any questions for the court today, Ms. Conkey?
With the global resolution, is that with Egan and Tin County too, or is it just the files that you guys have?
Your Honor, it would just be the Ingham County cases, so we have no control over any other county's cases.
Yeah, it will only be the Ingham County cases. We don't have jurisdiction over the Eaton County cases.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions, ma'am?
No, that's all.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Not from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
Not from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Ms. Conkey. Do we know where, thank you, Ms. Robinson is?
I saw her last time I saw her, she was in jail.
Okay. He does have someone sitting here. But we do have Mr. Hapton here and his files.
Sorry for the.
Okay, on the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Gatuma Haptilim, file number is 24-01760. I also have a file number 24-01426. Counsel appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. AP Burt Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Stephen Feigelson on behalf of the defendant, who's present by way of video conferencing from the Eagan County Jail.
Okay, and file number ending in 1760. This matter is scheduled for preliminary examination July 12th at 9:30 in the morning in person at the court on a controlled substance delivery manufacturer of narcotic. The other matter is scheduled for preliminary examination on August 9th at 8:30 in the morning. And you had a request about that date, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I would wish to have both exams be on the same date that, for both these, the offer in this case is to, make a package deal with it, I believe, Alabama wishes to run his exam in both manner. It might be best for everyone to have them on the same date. The issue arises from speaking to Mr. Buxton that the date for the other exam, the officer in the case is gonna be unavailable in August for that prelim, so we'll try to get both exams set sometime this month to get these cases. In this case was originally the first case, the one set in August was at a PCC in May and got adjourned out to August.
I understand, so you're saying he's gonna waive his 21 days on the new file?
I'm not sure if we can wait it, I mean, depending on when we can, I don't know if we can get subpoenas out for the case.
In
August
7
and
days?
May.
It's scheduled for an exam next week, so unless it's going next week, you would have to wait 21 days. And our next available date is August 29th.
Guess we'll just have to bifurcate it to. I'm just trying to make it
Yeah,
expeditious.
I mean, if for whatever reason he can get subpoenas successfully, I'll run both, but next week, but that's up to them.
I mean, it's law enforcement, so I know they're working, so. you know, so-
They may be, they could be on vacation.
Could be. You got a point. You got a point.
And Your Honor, the other case, I believe, is a home invasion case. So I believe there are lay witnesses that we would need to send subpoenas out for additionally. So I am not sure if we would be able to get those all out by Friday next week, unfortunately.
Or by two, yeah.
Correct.
And then the other issue was that there's an officer on 24-01760 that's not available on August 9th.
Correct, Your Honor. He's on military leave. I just
But he
received
is-
that information.
But he is available next week.
Potentially, yes, Your Honor. But to my understanding, he would be. He just is out on military leave the first 2 weeks in August.
Sounds good. So it sounds like we're gonna, at minimum, start the new file next week. And if we need to continue to the 9th, we could do that, but
I mean, we should be able to, assuming the officers show up, Officer Black or Trooper Black and Trooper Carpenter, and we can run the case set for next week without any issues.
And that shouldn't be an issue. We've already sent the subpoenas out on that file.
okay, so I'll know we'll continue to examine at this time on both files. Any additional matters for today's record?
So just for clarification, Your Honor, are we leaving the home invasion file on for August 9th at this point, or are we?
Yep, we're leaving them on for August 9th, but my understanding or expectation is that your office is going to at minimum try to make contact.
And that is our intention, Your Honor.
Yeah, no, but obviously we know that may not yield anything in the short time period, plus it's a holiday weekend this week, so.
Correct, Your Honor.
If we have the ability to run them all, that would be probably the best case scenario. If not, we'll just continue each with their original dates, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, you're all set. Ms. Robinson, do you need to speak to your client?
Yes, please.
It's gonna be her, yeah, so I will CC her on any emails I have with you. Perfect.
Thanks. Have a good day, Judge.
Have a good one. So we
See
just
ya.
have one more.
Okay, how's the last one?
Mr. Absalom, you're all set.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Marla Powell, file number 24-01946, Council appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor. APA Bart Buxton on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan.
Erin Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Ms. Powell.
Okay, today was the date that was scheduled for a probable cause conference, and we have a preliminary examination scheduled next week in person at the court, July 12th at 9:30 on count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon and an habitual offender, second offense notice. Are we continuing to examine?
We are, Judge.
So then we'll see Ms. Powell in person next week at 9:30 on July 12th. Any additional matters for the record today?
Not from the people, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
If you're all set, Ms. Powell.
Thank you.
And I think that's all.